Oh, it feels beautiful. It's finally nice to have some good weather here in Minnesota, but yeah, it feels great out here.
What do you get out of this week?
It's really the first week of OTAs, so we're out here on the field as a whole team, offense and defense this week. So we're kind of competing a little bit, but we're trying to like really focus on the details. So when fall gets here, we'll compete and we'll be ready to go.
And you know the system well now. Does that make it a lot easier?
For sure. Year 2 with KOC, his offense, everything's going smooth. It's like we're reviewing and still fixing the corrections that we might have made mistakes on last year, and we'll be ready for this year.
Christian, I see the new helmet that you have here. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I don't even know. I just want to try something new because last year I had the Speed Flex, got a concussion with it, and the scientific studies behind that, they said those are the best helmets to wear, so I'm going to go with the scientific study and wear that.
Have you done anything this offseason to kind of prepare yourself to take on less concussions or anything?
Really, it's like neck strengthening and things like that, but really, I feel like you really can't like prevent it in a certain way, but you try to be safe, like whether it's like me trying to keep my head out of certain blocks and things like that to keep it so I won't get a concussion, stuff like that, yeah.
How different does this team feel? There's a lot of guys not here that will be once you get around the week one.
Yeah, I'll be there, Kirko.
How different does this team feel maybe right now?
I feel it's amazing. Just like I said, the second year, last year we accomplished so much. We fell short of our goals, but we know we got another year, same offense, and then we got B-Flow on the defensive side. Those guys are excited, ready to work, so it's going to be fun.
What's your biggest goal during OTAs?
Really just like taking every day and getting better, really. That's what we use it for. Focusing on the little things, because we know once fall gets here, it's going to be live goal, and we got to be ready.
When you looked at last year, just kind of reviewing it, what did you find as far as how you made the big steps from year one?
Really, I feel like that off season, I was completely healthy. That was my first time since being in college that I was able to just to train full go and just to work on my game, perfect my craft. So I really feel like that allowed me to just tone in and lock in on little things, and it helped me.
Obviously went pretty well for you, but is it easy coming back now because you know what's going on? Is it a lot different?
I mean, yeah, there's always those little nuggets that you start changing in an offense year to year, but it is nice to have that foundation of things, coming in last season and then being able to actually, I think I said this before, was just, understanding everything and understanding where things come from. Last year it was kind of memorization and knowing the concept, but then now I know where the word comes from, how it attaches to the offense and things like that. So it is definitely a lot better to come in and more get that more in-depth conversation with the offense. So.
When they draft a kind of a game breaker wide receiver like that, what does that do to the tight end position when you see Jordan Harris?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, he's been out here running routes, and that just does nothing but help us. Opens things up in the middle. Makes it easier for me to play one-on-one, and when I was the last few years I've been having to beat two guys, and so now it's a little easier to beat one. So
TJ, can you talk about the thought process of having to get over how the game ended last year, the final game, and just how you mentally prepare yourself to get ready for another season?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you're always trying to win, I mean, so each competitor, you got to put things aside and you got to move on, I mean, that's the whole thing in this locker room and guys in here, we want to win a championship, and that's no secret, but so does every other organization. So it's putting things to bed, learning from things that we did last year, and then continuing to get better from that. There's nowhere to go but up. We want to be able to do the same things we did but go further. I mean, that's the reality of it, and I think we're on the right track out here to do that. We got guys working hard, and we're pushing each other, so it's a good thing.
Are you want to pay attention to the moves other teams make within the division and the conference, seeing the Lions and them, kind of how they boast with their lineup this offseason? Do you pay attention to any of that?
No, I mean, it never really matters. You kind of look at things year to year, and it doesn't really matter until the week because guys get hurt, the roster fluctuates, and I know how it goes over there. There's a lot of injuries a lot of the time, so it's one of those things you just you never can look at the roster. Everything fluctuates, and that's the same thing here. It's the next man up mentality, and it's just that's the reality of the league, and that's the reality of the situation we're in.
Does week one feel forever away when you start the OTAs? I mean, you look at the calendar, it feels like you got all day, but you guys are starting to kind of build what's going to matter even then right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's May, you know. I mean, we're just trying to lay the foundation of route running, kind of learn things, learn how to do things, learn the ins and outs of everything, you know. I mean, it's really it's nice to come out here and start to do things again, you know, because guys, you know, especially during the COVID year, I remember just not doing these things until June, July, and then, you know, getting ready for the camp, and it took a while to get used to a guy in front of you, you know. So it's nice to come out here, get a guy in front of you. We're 2 days in, so you just get used to that, and you know, just going back and looking at tape and seeing what you did last year and the years prior, and continuing on to build from that.
DJ, how does Oliver compliment you as a tight end?
I mean, he's great. He's a great dude. I mean, obviously he's massive. I don't know if you guys seen him around, but the dude's jacked. You know, so it's great to be alongside of him, and just, you know, just being able to have that in your arsenal is great. You know, to be able to play, and like we did last year with Johnny. You know, is to be able to play 12 personnel. You know, those two guys to be able to have by the side and in the tight end room is really a luxury, because you don't get many guys as hard-nosed as that, and then that are willing to put their nose in there and get after somebody. So. Are you approaching OTAs any differently during the contract year? Yeah, no, I mean, that's not really anything I'm focused on. You know, I mean, it is what it is. I think that's no secret that that's coming up, but you know, I'm not. That's not a focus that I'm worried about. You know, I'm just out here playing football, having fun with the guys. You know, really enjoying the city of Minneapolis, and trying to get around these fans, because this is a place obviously I want to be, and you know, just everything needs to work out, and so I hope to be here for a long time, but. On the same hand, you know, it is a business, and there's a side of that. So, I don't look at that, but it's great to be here right now.
When you talk about
evaluation of Minnesota thus far,
a lot of love for the culture, a lot of love for the Vikings. Very embracing. You know, I'm still trying to learn my own pace. You know, get better at that.
What excites you most about a Brian Flores defense?
It'd be attacking. The mentality, you know, kind of some of the freedom that he's trying to give us, and then from there, what we can become.
What are you trying to do for your game this season personally? Where are you trying to take it?
The same thing I say every year. I'm just trying to be better, and then from there, you know, be able to contribute and know myself as a player, and then see what I can bring to this team.
I'm sure you don't pay attention to the outside noise, but I have to ask you. Obviously, this defense had a lot of question marks last season. When you go inside the locker room and you see the personnel that you guys have, what do you think is on the table for the defense this year? What do you think you guys can accomplish?
Man, look, what I say every year, especially this year, Super Bowl. You know, I think we have the chance to be the best, and it's just, you know, we're trying to build those unique relationships so where we can trust each other, and from there, you know, all this time is gonna, you know, it's gonna pay off.